Greetings and salutations, one and all. Welcome to the night shift. Happy hump day to you. It's the end of the night shift week. It's Real Talk Night. It's the show that we call Marlon's favorite night shift show. I want to welcome each and every one of you to the show. It's being broadcast on Speak of the Angel himself. Hey Marlon, big ups to you, bro. Big ups to all those who are locked in right now on TuneIn Radio, the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew, rockthebox.net, the Foundation Radio Network, ClintonLindsay.com, across the pond, One Harmony Radio, top of the morning to you guys over there, WGLRO listeners, big ups to you. So wherever you are in the world right now, I salute you. Welcome to the show. You could be in Germany, Denmark, Iceland, Greenland, Finland, the UK. Am I leaving anybody out here? In the US and the Caribbean, big ups to you. Glad to have you. Those on PEMGTV.com, welcome to the show. And of course, if you're tuned in here to the home of the night shift, to DJ Kevin Stew, kevinstew.com, big ups. Glad to have you. Couldn't do it without you. And you have my word, I would not try.
Yo, Teddy, say what you want to say.
Something on my chest.
Kicking into our little Teddyson John and International Stephen. It's called Vent.
I cannot say what I want to say. I really want to say it. People don't know you, but they won't judge you. They talking about you. Must be something about you. Smile in your face and talking you bad and making up things that far from the facts. Why you talking about me? Talking about me. I'll be pressing on doing my thing. I'm telling you, please don't judge me. God don't put you to watch me. He don't like ugly, so tell them keep their eyes off me. Off of me. Off of me. Off me. Off me. Off of me. Keep on talking. Yo capale.
Please don't judge me. God didn't put you to watch me. It's called Vent. Teddyson John working out with International Stephen, trying to get something off his chest. Go ahead, just vent.
People don't know you, but they won't judge you. They talking about you. Must be something about you.
Good evening, 272.
Talking you bad and making up things that far from the facts. Why you talking about me? Talking about me. I'll be pressing on doing my thing. I'm telling you, please don't judge me. God don't put you to watch me. He don't like ugly, so tell them keep their eyes off me. Off of me. Off of me. Off me. Off me. Off of me. Keep on talking. Yo capale.
Happy hump day night to you, Julie. Welcome to the show.
You think it easy? They bad mind and envy. Take a walk in my shoes. Then let me hear you. They play insane and say what I want to say. I really wanna say it. At the back of your mind, you want to say this sometimes. Let me say what I want to say. I really wanna say it. I'm begging you, please, don't judge me. God to put you to watch me. He don't like ugly, so tell them keep their eyes off me. Off of me. Off me. Off of me. Keep on talking. Yo, capale, vale, 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 vale. Dio, vale, 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 vale. Oh, la, 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 la. Mind your business. Look in your house and fix it.
Say what you want to say.
TJ,
Say what you want to say.
TJ,
Want to thank Paul C Media Group for sponsoring this segment of the show.
TJ. Oh,
When being in the moment is priceless, go ahead and give them a call, 754-999-6020. They can take your moments and preserve them or stream them live to those who can't make it. They can give you a moment like this one right here that you're watching on kevinstew.com. If that's what you're into, they can hook you up.
Say what you want to say.
Visit them at pulsemg.com.
international.
When you connect with them,
Say what you want to say.
you just go ahead and tell them that DJ Kevin Stew sent you.
International.
Say what you want to say.
I guarantee you they'll be happy to hear from you. International Stephen working out with Teddyson John. It's called Vent. So, it's Real Talk Wednesday. It's the end of the night shift week. How are you doing? We made it. We made it. We made it. We made it. We got to the end of, well, we got to the middle of the week. But we got to the end of the night shift week. So, I'm grateful. If nothing else, grateful. And before getting started with our real talk topic tonight of loyalty, I just want to take the moment to say, be grateful. Whatever it is that you're going through, good, bad, indifferent, just be grateful. Because the alternative is not necessarily so great. If you weren't going through something, you'd probably be dead. So, be grateful. Every day above ground is a good day. Well, that's what we know. I don't know what you know. That's what I know. So, tonight we're talking about loyalty. and it's one of those areas of life that can be tricky. It can be really hard to deal with because of various concepts of loyalty. When you Google the word loyal, the definition is giving or showing firm and constant support or allegiance to a person or institution. Commercially, we refer to loyal customers, people who regularly buy from a business, and there are many tools that are used to encourage this. There are rewards points, loyalty schemes, you get 10th coffee free, things like that. When you look at loyalty within a business, typically we're looking at employees and how devoted they are to their employer. Not very often is it looked at in the reverse, nor is there a discussion about it in the reverse. That is, loyalty of an organization to an individual. And that is something that should be looked at. Aristotle coined the phrase, "The whole is greater than the sum of its parts." As a business owner, that is how one should really feel about the company. Typically, we'd be stronger together, bringing a portfolio of strengths, characters, and ideas into the mix, and each of those is a valuable is as valuable in their contribution to how we show up in the world the next day. And there's no one that is more valuable than the other. They demonstrate great loyalty to the business, acting as true ambassadors, and even sharing when they are being hunted or head hunted by the competition. Loyalty is not simply paying them more money. It's not giving them a louder voice. It's not promoting them. Loyalty is genuinely having their best interest at heart and ensuring that relationship is reciprocal. Understanding what is important to someone, how they want to be managed, respecting that they have exercised that choice to work with you and can change the fact that they work with you on any of those things at any time. That is what being loyal is all about. So, where you work, the company that you own, does it exercise loyalty towards its employees? Does your business reward the loyalty of its employees, basically? We can only earn someone's loyalty through our actions. They truly do speak louder than words. Actions, that is. And if your actions are not screaming that I am loyal to you, what do you think is going to happen in return? I remember when I first heard the phrase, train your employees well enough to leave, but treat them well enough to stay. Which means you make sure that your employees are super qualified. You make sure that they'd be the best of the best. But in the midst of that, you want to treat them so good that when someone else wants to have them, they'd be comfortable enough to say, you know, I'm being treated real well here. My loyalty, my allegiance lays right here. And so the relationship is reciprocal because they're getting something from the organization. They're becoming more qualified. But when it comes to relationships, how is that different? What does loyalty mean in relationships? Bainbridge Colby says loyalty will not permit envy, hate, and uncharitableness to creep into our public thinking. Loyalty is a powerful thing. The word itself can stir people to fervent heights of emotion. When we see life as a story, we want the characters near and dear to us to be ones we can trust. So, if we see ourselves as Frodo, then we want Samwise for all the Lord of the Rings fans. If we see ourselves as Batman, we want to have a Robin. Captain Kirk had a Spock for all the Trekkies. More recently, we learned of T'Challa, and T'Challa had Okoye. Snoopy had Woodstock. You get the picture, right? James Bond had Moneypenny. There you go. So these individuals are not sidekicks, but they are loyal, trusted souls. For those of you who watch The Blacklist, Red has Dembe. loyal, trusted souls. Loyalty, as we mentioned earlier before, is a strong feeling of support or allegiance. So, loyalty in and of itself get rid of some things here in my way. I'm sorry. Loyalty in and of itself is a strong feeling of support or allegiance, and as per most souls, is knowing someone has your best interest at heart. Even one might say, when those interests run counter to what you think you desire, but truly don't. These people have your interest at heart. You might even go as far as to say, especially during those times. In a romantic relationship, loyalty goes far beyond fidelity, or even compatibility, if one measures compatibility by fidelity, or by longevity. When one person knows, despite mistakes and missteps, that the other is truly loyal, then they can remain friends once they're healed, of course, and even after they're no longer romantic. Think of it this way. If the other person is holding a piece of you, and you are holding a piece of them, and neither of you, no matter what happens, will want any harm to come to any of those pieces. Yeah, that is what loyalty is. There's a fair amount of what would be considered self-sacrifice to be considered when talking about loyalty. And that often goes unremarked, and it probably should. Loyalty does not seek overt recognition. Does that sound familiar? True loyalty is a tacit agreement of respect. It is knowing that there's nothing someone close to you says or does toward you that is not out of love. Nothing at all. So, when you're looking at relationships then, how is loyalty manifested in that? What does it look like in a relationship? Fetty Wap says, my whole thing is loyalty. Loyalty over royalty. Word is bond. A loyal partner is going to be honest with you, even when it hurts. And that is if it hurts one of you or it hurts both of you. A loyal partner is going to be honest with you. It's not brutal honesty. It is soul honesty. Not S-O-L-E as being only honesty, but S-O-U-L, deep inside. That honesty that you can't find words to describe and you can't find a ruler to measure. When your partner knows that what comes out of your mouth is powerful enough to move mountains, if it had to, the sense of security and loyalty in the relationship rests on every solid bedrock. A dishonest person is loyal only to the lies that they must maintain. So, where does their loyalty lie? Clearly, not in anything to do with you. Jerry Lewis said, I have a loyalty that runs in my bloodstream. When I lock into someone or something, You can't get me away from it because I commit that thoroughly. That is friendship. That is a deal. That is a commitment. Don't give me paper. I can get the same lawyer who drew up that document to break it. But if you shake my hand, that's for life. That's a connection. In a relationship, loyalty means you'll take time for me and I'll take time for you. It means giving freely of yourself to fulfill needs the other may never know they have or may never even voice that they have. It means I give myself to you in an act not merely of faith, but very much grounded in acts. The proof of loyalty is a quality of treatment received, because loyalty as a word falls quickly and easily from a lot of people who hope to use it as a distraction from their deficiencies. That's deep, isn't it? Something that people use as a distraction from their deficiencies. But if you're being vulnerable, then you pretty much expose those deficiencies, don't you? Now, that might have hit a nerve with some, or not. I don't know. Moriehi Yoshiba says, loyalty and devotion lead to bravery. Bravery leads to the spirit of self-sacrifice. The spirit of self-sacrifice creates trust in the power of love. Samwise was no hero. In his mind, he was a simple hobbit gardener who had a love and a belief in his friend Frodo. A belief that there was no question he wouldn't accompany him on a perilous journey of any kind. A love that he would take with him to the end of the world. There are times when we must stand beside or even in front of someone just to defend them when they are troubled or weakened. And if this is done without hesitation or an overt demand for retribution, then you have a relationship wherein loyalty is a core value. You may never have to face your own version of accompanying someone to Mount Doom, but loyalty means stepping up for someone, standing in for them when need be, and allowing them on your shoulders to let them know love and support are what to expect from you. Does it sound like too much to give? Can you manage giving that? Howard Jacobson says, whoever has once been truly unsettled by a work of the imagination will never give loyalty to a single idea, a belief system, religious faith, or party. You need to be confident. You need to be settled. You need to be sure in order to give in wholly and solely. Loyalty is not blindness. It isn't about being on the most powerful or the winning side. It's about giving. It's about being open to the possibilities of true connection as opposed to the faddish ones most loyalties are attached to. He felt the loyalty we feel to unhappiness, the sense that is where we really belong. said Graham Greene. To be loyal, you must know how to receive loyalty. I'll say that again. To be loyal, you must know how to receive loyalty. Loyalty actually makes people more uncomfortable. They feel that someone being loyal to them places a burden of uncertain behaviors on them. Rather than deal with this discomfort, they close themselves off from feeling worthy. In essence, they become miserable and hope others might commiserate in that misery. But loyalty does not mean sticking around to see how misery plays out. Loyalty evolves gracefully in a fully realized relationship. Just as loyalties to the external world shift and change, intimate loyalties experience new states of being on a constant basis. If something remains the same and does not change, it has no life. It is a grace to be able to flow with these states and dance with them, rather than being tripped up by them. Marie de France said, "For above all things, love means sweetness and truth and measure. Yeah, loyalty to the loved and to the loved one and to your word. And because of this, I dare not meddle with so high a matter." There are many different flavors of interpersonal relationships, particularly in the sexual arena. Monogamous, polygamous, polyamorous, they all have their points of loyalty. And the best way to be loyal within each is actually to talk about loyalty. Even emotional loyalty needs to be discussed within this realm, because one relationship might be quite open as far as physical encounters, but will draw the line at feelings and longing and attachment. Another might consider it entirely acceptable to have as many close, loving outside relationships as possible, provided they're all platonic. The key to maintaining sexual and emotional loyalty is communication. Once boundaries are discussed, the requirements of loyalty come into play. Some might ask, and some have asked, well, how can anybody have any type of relationship outside of a monogamous one? Communication. How many people actually have true monogamous relationships? And if your hand goes up, I'm going to ask you, who's your best friend? Is that your partner? Who is the other friend that isn't your best friend? That isn't your partner? And do you love them? That's for another show, though. There's a school of thought that says everybody wants loyalty, consistency, and somebody who won't quit. But everybody forgets that to get that person, you have to be that person. Loyalty in your relationship will demand this word on a frequent basis. The word no. And you're talking about no to temptations of the heart, the flesh, self-interest, even at times of your loved one's interests. Since a truly loyal person isn't merely a yes but to others or themselves, a fair amount of strength is exhibited by those who can rightfully claim the mantle of loyal friend, lover, confidant. No isn't easy, because sometimes an immediate reward is distractingly tempting. However, it's also not easy to sway a truly loyal person toward quick, immediate rewards. The loyal person knows that life is a story, perhaps epic, perhaps intimate, but one worthy of their accompanying spark, Samwise or Dora Milaje or two. In other words, they know that by saying no to distractions, they say yes to a loyal and good companion. And such friends are worth twice their weight in gold. Can you say no? No to those distractions? Can you say yes to being true and loyal to someone in your life? Again, it's not easy. But can you do it? Have you done it? Are you doing it? And these are things that we really need to consider. Yeah. In order to be loyal, you have to know how to receive loyalty. Do you know how to? Are you recognizing it when it comes your way? These are the things that we need to consider when we talk about loyalty. But we have more time to talk about it as the show goes on. We're going to take a quick little break. We'll be right back. Call a friend, tell a friend. It's a night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. Real Talk Wednesday. We're talking about loyalty. Where does your loyalty lay?
Pulse Media Group, innovative streaming and recording, has done it again. A new way to get your business in full view of your neighborhood consumer through AdShare TV. It's available in your neighborhood today. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. Become a host today and place a TV monitor in a strategic location so it's easy to see. Get a 1-minute video ad or longer that plays anywhere in our network. Can't be a host? No problem. For a few dollars, we'll run your 30-second video ad. A host can run announcement specials like buy one get one free or discount ads. Let's turn your flyers into a 30-second video with music or a voiceover, or let us create and run your video ad with a spokesperson. Take advantage of our early enrollment discount. Join us today. Your ad will be seen at least 30 times per day in your AdShare TV neighborhood. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. AdShare TV, part of Pulse Media Group.
Are you crazy about the music industry? You aspire to hit it big in music? Or maybe you've sweated out a soulful killer beat and are now stuck finding it's not as easy as it looked. Oh, but it can be easy for you with JTMC. We've been there. We know how it feels. So we solve challenges like production, promotion, marketing, branding and development, and more. With over 30 years of experience, JTMC is a one-stop shop for artists. We handle your graphic design, writing services, PR, as well as event planning, e-blasts, artist management, and bookings, so also your website and social media needs as well. We're experts in using creativity to persuade audiences on behalf of artists, drawing on our diverse experience to create projects that connect with audiences intellectually and emotionally. Artist success is everything to us, and our years of experience and commitment will be behind you for every one of your needs. If you've got music for the world to hear, whether you're a new or established artist, visit us at jtmcenterprise.com.
It's the third annual Caribbean Celeb Basketball Tournament, Saturday, May 25th, 12 p.m. at the VEH Youth Enrichment Center, 7000 Miramar Parkway in Miramar. Proceeds for the Sounds for the Youth program. This year's teams, Universal Hilltop Records, VP Records, E2 Productions, Heavy Beat Records. Performances by Sean Ali, Jadon, and Peter G. Hosted by G. Cole, Sir Rockwell, and TC Flex. Free admission. Donations accepted. Live stream by Flex FM. Music by New Vision Sound. Surprise guest performances. Sponsored by JTMC, WZPP, South Florida Caribbean News. Homegrown with G. Cole, Flex FM, Rock the Box, Taxi Gang, High Class Promotions, Island Beat Marketing, David I Photography, Foundation Radio Network, LTK20, Island Energy Drink, Rattigan and Associates, Events Us, Irie Pen, The Melissa Jane Show, Real Rockers, GMAX Solutions, Jazzfar, Elite Global, New Lane Marketing, Jillian J, Stratmeyer Financial, WGLRO, Kevin Stew, All Time Printing, and Miad Restaurant. For info, call JTMC 954-613-3851 or 678-793-8800.
Not a mouse.
Matthew 28:19 says, "Go ye therefore and teach all nations." With this in mind, and encouragement received during a South Florida media conference, The Church Links was birthed. The Church Links is an interdenominational worship service portal for churches, providing the tools to spread the word through technology in a cost-effective way. The Church Links, www.dahchurchlinx.com. Your links to worship and praise.
Hey, I'm representing for DJ Kevin Stew, working on the night shift radio show. Won't go changing like the weather, just to please the devil never. Will DJ Kevin Stew sell his soul? That's a word and honor. It's Christine representing word and honor. Celestia DJ Kevin Stew. No pain, no fire up in the sky will change my vision from my eyes. I won't go stumbling like the others who has gone before me. Never will I leave my pride. That's my shining armor. Yeah, yeah. Won't go changing like the weather just to please the devil. Never will I sell my soul. That's my word in honor. Yeah, yeah. Cause for what it's worth, I'm holding. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Much better than them, no. No giving to them. No, no, no. And show all the pain. Keep fighting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The only way to win. No giving to them. No, no, no. Them say chances are you never hold out. Cause them know in all your life them set bad route. But no matter what you try, this without doubt. Whether you're in the deepest night or the light out. Sure, and the enemy get vanked out. Sure, and them bad like get hold out. Sure, the most time in the shout out. Good over evil without doubt. I won't go stumbling like the others who has gone before me. Never will I leave my pride. That's my shining armor. Yeah, yeah. Won't go changing like the weather just to please the devil. Never will I sell my soul. That's my word in honor. Yeah, yeah. Cause for what it's worth, I'm holding. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Much better than them, no. No giving to them. No, no, no. Yes, through all the pain, keep fighting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The only way to win, no giving to them. No, no, no. As if the wind beneath my wing should turn this all around, then let the test of time define who I am. No pain, no fire up in the sky, no. Will change my vision from my eyes. And I'll be the same man. Yeah. Now and for always. Yeah. I won't go stumbling like the others who who has gone before me. Never will I leave my pride. That's my shining armor.
Won't go stumbling like the others.
Won't go stumbling like the others.
The sound of Chris Sinti, a track called Word and Honor.
Will I sell my soul? That's my word in honor. Yeah, yeah. There's a chances are you're not gonna hold out. Cause I know you're not your life, then set bad road.
I want to say thanks to Althea with Heavenly Healing Hands for sponsoring this segment of the show. Althea is a massage therapist, a licensed massage therapist. And she comes to you. Just give her a call, 954-655-9000. 954-655-9000.
That's my shining armor. Won't go change your life the weather. Just to please the devil. Never will I sell my soul. That's my word in honor. Yeah, yeah. I won't go stumbling like the others who has gone before me. Never will I leave my pride. That's my shining armor. Yeah, yeah. Won't go change your life the weather. Just to please the devil. Never will I sell my soul. That's my word in honor. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I can.
Oh, babe.
Just got a message. Could I just... Okay, I'll play a piece of it. Just a little piece of it.
Will change my vision from my eyes. I won't go stumbling like the others who has gone before me. Never will I leave my pride.
Like I was saying,
Shining up,
Althea comes to you wherever you are in Broad County,
won't change your life the weather.
North Miami-Dade,
It's the devil.
South Palm Beach County.
I sell my soul. That's
You can email her at theolater@att.net or give her a call at 954-655-9000 and tell her DJ Kevin Stew sent you, yeah?
much better than them. No, no giving to them. No, no, no. And show all the pain. Keep fighting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The only way to win. No giving to them. No, no, no. Them say chances are you never hold out. Cause them know in all your life them set bad road. But no matter what you try, this without no. Whether you're in the deepest night or the light out. Sure, and the enemy get fun coat. Sure, and them bad like get hold out. Sure, the most time name you shout out. Good over evil with that doubt. I won't go stumbling like the others who has gone before me. Never will I leave my pride. That's my shining armor. Yeah, yeah. Won't go changing like the weather just to please the devil. Never will I sell my soul. That's my word in honor. Yeah, yeah. Cause for what it's worth, I'm holding. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Much better than them, no. No giving to them. No, no, no.
I want to take a moment to mention the featured item from Jillian J for this month.
The only way to win. No giving to them.
The winged necklace and earring set.
Need my win. Should take
Handcrafted silver necklace and earring.
the test of time. The
Beautifully done.
no pain. No pain.
Contact Jillian J
No
to find out how you can get it.
change. My vision.
And Jillian J doesn't stop there. But Jillian J can also go further and do work their magic with personal styling.
For all.
Yes, yes.
I won't go stumbling like the others.
Big ups to Jillian J and crew.
Me never will I leave my pride. That's my shining armor. Yeah, yeah. Won't go stumbling
So we're talking about loyalty.
just to please the devil.
And looking at loyalty, you would never really look at it as and consider it to be a weaponized word. And believe it or not, it is considered to be one of the most weaponized words around. Companies, businesses, partners, even friends, families, and significant others demand loyalty at times from you. And in that sense, it's a dirty word and has a very sad psychology behind it. Okay, Sounds crazy? Get this. Loyalty creates hierarchy. When loyalty is demanded by a company, a partner, a family member, or a friend, well, let me not start that way. Let me say, typically, very often, the person who demands loyalty has something you need. And it could be a job, knowledge, money, love, whatever. They have something you need. They demand that you are loyal to them, and then they will reward you for your loyalty. They will put themselves in a dominant position and will create a dependency. Very often, you give more than you actually will receive. Or you might never really get what they promised you. And that is how the hierarchy is laid out. But it can also damage your self-worth. Because when it is demanded, it means very often that no matter what your friends, family members, your company, your partner, whatever it is that they do, you stay with them and you support them. In good and in bad. Sound familiar? You might even class this as a noble act. You are there also in bad times. However, the bad times might be there more often than the good times. It tries to question your morals and integrity to yourself. In companies, it might be that you have to hit your targets no matter how you do it. You might even get a task presented you cannot fulfill and wonder why you are not good enough. People who demand loyalty will feed into your belief that you need them and you cannot reach any goals by yourself without their help. They will create a dependency on them, which will very often be an illusion. Do you know anybody who is like that? Now you start thinking, right? Greetings, 731. Loyalty can stop healthy criticism. But if you're in a relationship, if you're relating to each other, then how is it going to stop? Well, the person or company that demands loyalty stop you from asking questions or criticizing what they are doing. You automatically assume that what they say, do, or demand is the correct way. They put themselves and their decision making above yours. Often, they might hide facts or knowledge from you. You might not be able to see the whole picture. They might ask you to trust without telling you the entire story. As we want to be a good and kind human being, what do? We obey and see the good in it. But is there really good in not being able to healthily criticize? Being loyal can also stop you from growing. You might develop a tunnel vision. Believe that you will see results soon or will be rewarded for your loyalty. In doing this, you might not explore other options. There have been companies that have demanded loyalty through hard times and did not reward their people after all. Not even with words. They didn't even say thank you. Especially job-based demand loyalty can end up with working overtime, exhaustion, anxiety, and depression. So, what then should being loyal look like? When someone demands loyalty from you, always ask them what they mean and ask them to be exact about it and how they show their commitment to you. There have been people who have been professionally and privately abused and used. And when they were not of any use anymore. They have been just dropped without any warning. Loyalty should be two-sided. But more often than not, it is not. Being loyal can prevent you from setting boundaries. Loyalty is most related to being loyal to the crown, being loyal to our country. You've heard all those, right? Some people relate to it also in the sense of fidelity and obedience. Loyalty should be broken if the person has harmed you, used you, abused you, or did not keep what they have promised. A lot of people say, stay loyal to your friends. Stay loyal to your partners, your employers, even though they're very obviously getting abused and used. Stay loyal. Very often people drop their boundaries for showing loyalty. So they might neglect their own needs. It very often demands that you obey to something where you usually would have to set a boundary. Loyalty removes the boundary. So, someone demands loyalty of you. What do? If someone demands loyalty, make sure you are mindful of your boundaries. Not saying that loyalty is always wrong. The majority of times it comes with a price. We're not talking about loyalty cards from your favorite coffee shop. No, not that. But companies who sell you products will want you to keep you there and not have you wander off and maybe visit a competitor. So keep your eyes open. You're allowed to break loyalty when you feel that your morals or your boundaries have been broken. Be a rebel and always question anything that demands from you to give up your freedom. The only loyalty that is healthy is staying loyal to yourself. And to do that in a very loving and healthy way. And again, more often than not, we tend to miss out on being that person who is loyal to themselves, because more often than not, we forget about self. We forget about taking care of self first. When you're on a plane and they're running through the drills, in case of an emergency and there's a drop in cabin pressure, there will be a mask from the ceiling that drops down in front of you. Just pull on it and set it over your head first. If you're traveling with a disabled or a minor, you go through all of this. And I tell you, in the event, put your mask on first. And then put on the mask of those who are disabled, elderly, or babies that are in your charge. It's not so that you can make sure that you live. More often than that is to make sure that you can take care of the person that is with you and prevent them from dying. You have to take care of you first. And that works with loyalty. You have to know how to be loyal to yourself. You have to know how to receive loyalty in order to give loyalty, to be loyal. And, through thick and thin, good and bad, that is something that is used in traditional wedding vows. Yeah, I went there. And sometimes wrongly so. Again, your morals, your beliefs broken, and you must just ride with it. Where do they do that at? You know, where's that done? So, yeah, it's all good. Be loyal. I say yes, be loyal. But know what it takes to be loyal. Understand that although it's a good thing, there's no good thing that doesn't have a bad thing associated with it. Know what the bad things are and how to approach them, how to deal with them, how to ride through them. This is Mikey General working out with Caramonte, a track called Back Against the Wall.
Now that our backs against the wall, are we gonna tell me how we gonna fall? Are we gonna beg? Are we gonna ball? Are we gonna fight? Are we gonna crawl? Now that our backs against the wall, are we gonna tell me how we gonna fall? Are we gonna beg? Are we gonna ball? Are we gonna fight? Are we gonna crawl? Yeah, the Blood Nation been through so much. We've been robbed, we've been lied to, it's been so rough. We've been taught that our brothers we should not trust. Just believe in a God we cannot touch. As so we living in the whole thing so sticky. We live in crabby, and we not trust nobody. Them steal our homes from we, plus we identity. Them coming back fitting, what you gonna do? Now that our backs against the wall, are we gonna tell me how we gonna fall? Are we gonna beg? Are we gonna ball? Are we gonna fight? Are we gonna crawl? Now that our backs against the wall, are we gonna tell me how we gonna fall? Are we gonna beg? Are we gonna ball? Are we gonna fight? Are we gonna crawl? 400 years of victimization, still can't come to the realization that without unification, we'll always be in this situation. All for one, yes. One for all, yeah. Working in this manner, we'll never stop. Whoa. 'Cause now that our backs against the wall, are you gonna tell me how you gonna fall? Are you gonna beg? Are you gonna ball? Are we gonna fight? Are we gonna crawl? Now that our backs against the wall, are you gonna tell me how you gonna fall? Are you gonna beg? Are we gonna ball? Are we gonna fight? Are we gonna crawl? Yeah. Me don't know where them are meds and me don't know where them are pray. Until them love themselves, well them can never be free. And you can't love yourself if you don't know your history. Yours we are taught, not history. Me hope you see the cycle and the whole philosophy. Cause if you don't get it, then the thing I go repeat. Essentially, when me mean I'm more free. Your mind might lock up while you're now let our backs against the wall. Are we gonna tell me how we gonna fall? Are we gonna beg? Are we gonna ball? Are we gonna fight? Are we gonna crawl? Now that our backs against the wall, are we gonna tell me how we gonna fall? Are we gonna beg? Are we
We're gonna take a quick little break.
Are we gonna fight? Are we gonna
When we come back, we talk somewhere. We look at how to deal with those who have pretty much been disloyal to us. That can be rough. We'll be right back. When being in the moment is priceless, consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulseemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.
JTMZ Music presents the highly anticipated, much talked about, The Juggling Rhythm Volume 1. This classic rhythm takes on a new life with tracks from both established artists and introduces some incredible new voices. Get your dancing shoes ready with The Juggling Rhythm, featuring international reggae dancehall artist Mr. Vegas, alongside Ian Sweetness, Ed Robinson, Jack Radix, Hezron, Dangling, Joanna Marie featuring Galaxy P, Denny Ranks featuring Jawiz, Ambalik, Christine Alicia, Yishka. Also the new sensations on the rhythm: Zeal, Danger Lee, Marquis Skellenard, Zachary. Available on all digital media outlets. The Juggling Rhythm. Get it, get it, get it.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in physics, I learned that I'm a loser.
Today in school,
In math,
I learned that I'm ugly
I
and
learned
useless.
that I'm trash.
And in gym,
In biology,
I learned that I'm pathetic
I learned that I'm fat
and a
and
joke.
stupid.
In history,
Today in
I learned that
school,
I'm trash.
Today in school, I learned that I have no friends. In English, I learned that I make people sick.
And in
And at lunch, I learned that I sit on my own because I smell.
and in
In chemistry, I learned that no one
In
likes me.
biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid.
In English,
And in
I learned
math,
that I make people
I
sick.
learned that I'm trash.
The only thing I didn't learn in school today
The only thing I didn't learn today
The only thing I didn't learn
Is why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
Matthew 28:19 says, "Go ye therefore and teach all nations." With this in mind, and encouragement received during a South Florida media conference, The Church Links was birthed. The Church Links is an interdenominational worship service portal for churches, providing the tools to spread the word through technology in a cost-effective way. The Church Links, www.dahchurchlinx.com. Your links to worship and praise.
Yes. Akar Mantino, I'm making notes right now. You are locked in to DJ Kevin Stew on the night shift.
My love has faded away. How wrong I was yesterday. I let love slip right through my hands just to please my handful of friends. They said that she wasn't a nice girl. Loose tongue kept my mind in a whirl. I said, oh, all our dreams ever last, just to please my handful of friends. But they don't know that I still love her so, and I wonder ever come on back to me again, I'm gonna drop my handful of rain. If she ever come on back to me again, I said
The sound of Pat Satchmo. Pat Satchmo is the father of Paul Anthony.
oh, I said I'm gonna drop my handful of rain. Oh, baby, I do love her so. Oh, you don't know that I really care.
Want to thank JTMC for sponsoring this segment of this show, providing you with entertainment management, tour management, event management, social media management. JTMC can do your promotions and your marketing. Give them a call, 678-793-8800, or visit them at jtmcenterprise.com. When you get in touch, remember to call Money and tell them you heard about them right here on the Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew. So, let me tell you a story. There's a lady by the name of Daphne. And Daphne was almost 40 when she came home one day to find her best friend, Jennifer, in bed with her husband, Mike. With Daphne's husband, not Jennifer's husband. Daphne says, I think it was the worst thing that ever happened in my life. I guess it was the double betrayal. Mike and Jennifer, two people I completely trusted. Not every deception by a friend is as life-shattering as Daphne's double whammy, but even the smallest can sting. Daphne is just one of many women that was consulted when the author of I Know How You Feel, The Joy and Heartbreak of Friendship in Women's Lives, was being put together. Madeline, a recent college grad, said that she felt betrayed by a friend who had started dating and suddenly wasn't available to chat or spend time with her. I know it's not fair, Madeline said. She is involved in a new relationship, and it's normal not to have as much time as she used to. But it's happened a few times, and the problem is, when the relationship is over, she sort of thinks I should be available to spend the same amount of time we used to spend. It doesn't matter if I'm dating or if I've got plans with other friends, I'm supposed to be at her beck and call. The psychologist Jean Safer describes a friend who betrayed her by becoming more and more self-centered, unable or unwilling to even ask questions about Safer's life or experience. And she writes, lost friends are as haunting as lost lovers, and just as hard to replace. Some of the women that were consulted would have changed her comments to even harder to replace. Numerous women described experiences similar to Safer's with friends who could not tolerate or support them through an illness or a divorce or the loss of a spouse or a child. But in some cases, what feels like a betrayal is really more of a change in a life situation. Like Madeline, you may have experienced a sense of betrayal when a friend married, began to have children, or became intensely involved in their work. Interestingly, many of the women also said they felt bad because that they had become less available for their friends, but said that their closest friends understood. We're all in the same boat, more or less, said one woman in her early 30s. We get together when we can, we talk on the phone, but it's a lot less than it used to be. Change and loss can actually feel like betrayal, but it's not always meant to be that way. And as we go through different stages in our lives, these are some of the things that we encounter. And it is not unusual that some of our friendships receive less attention. Being disillusioned by a friend is normal and even expected as a part of a healthy developmental process. So, let me ask you this. What do you do when your best friend, or any friend at all, betrays you? Some suggestions that were given are to clarify the situation. I'm going to go through a list as we go through this segment of the show before going into musical therapy. Clarify the situation. Whether you are the betrayer or the betrayed, the damage can sometimes be temporary, with the disruptions folded into the fabric of a relationship without doing too much destruction. Sometimes, however, the fallout can be permanent and life-changing. In either case, how we interpret the rupture can add to or alleviate our pain. So what does that mean? Sometimes it means making sure that your interpretation is the same as your friends. For instance, Alice felt betrayed by Deidre, her closest friend from childhood, who had stopped returning her phone calls. I texted, emailed, and did everything I could short of going to her house and pounding on her door. Alice said, eventually, I decided that our friendship must be over. I was so hurt and angry and really kind of horrified. But she felt worse when she discovered that Deidre was in the throes of a severe depression. I finally did go over to her house and knocked until she let me in. She looked terrible. She wasn't eating, hadn't been out of the house for days, and Alice said I bundled her up and took her to the hospital. It wasn't a betrayal. It was an illness. So get the details. Accept and process your feelings is another thing that is suggested. Once you have faced the painful truth of betrayal on your own feelings about it, you can start the process to process the emotions. The good, the bad, the ugly, all of them. After a betrayal, you will very likely have to manage a number of different emotions. Your feelings about what happened are not going to just be static. Hurt may turn into anger or vice versa. Each phase will require different emotional and maybe even physical responses on your part. The key is to stay honest with yourself, and that may be difficult, but you want to be as honest with yourself as possible. And when possible, to explain your thinking to the people who are important to you, although not necessarily to the person who hurt you, but the people who are important to you. And I'll even go as far as to add that the person who hurt you may still be one of those people who are important to you. You want to consider whether or not to process the feelings with the person who hurt you or the person you hurt. Sometimes the person who betrayed you is around to process those feelings with you. And in that case, it can be healing to talk about what happened. But sometimes, just sometimes, they cannot join you in that work, or you may not want to open yourself up to the possibility of further injury. And that is okay also. And the same is true when you have done the betraying. If your genuine apologies are not accepted, you may feel hurt and frustrated. In either case, you can still express your feelings, but maybe not to that friend. It is also perfectly okay if you want to act like things are fine and you want your friend to do the same. Although, of course, this solution works best when it's best for both of you. Lillian on the show Bridesmaids, you'd probably say that, why can't you be happy for me and then go back home and talk about me behind my back like a normal person? And in essence, that's what a lot of normal people do. Yeah, I did for those who can't see me, the rabbit ears, the quotations with the fingers. You also would want to, another thing that is suggested, decide whether or not you can forgive your friend. And that's a tough one. Daphne felt that she could not forgive her friend Jennifer. It wasn't just her, of course. Mike was a part of it too. And had there been knowledge for a while that something wasn't right in the marriage, if she recognized that and was afraid to address it, does that mean that it was partially her fault? Is she just not ready to put it behind her and be kissy-face with any of them? Safer says that sometimes not forgiving can be both freeing and allow you to move on. That is an interesting concept. It can also help you to remember the things that you did love about your friend. So you have to decide, what is it that you want to go with? You want to go with not forgiving them? Because here's the thing about forgiveness. And I've spoken about this before. Forgiveness isn't only for the person that you're forgiving, but it is also for you who is doing the forgiving. Sometimes forgiving is freeing. Madeline found that she missed her friend and decided to accept her for who she was. We have a great time together and I'm really fond of her. So I just have to know that she's going to put whatever boyfriend she's with first, and that's just who she is. So she accepts that. And she conforms or adjusts for that. Not everybody can do that, mind you, but another thing that is suggested is to recognize that there is no single right or wrong way to handle betrayal. What is crucial is to recognize and acknowledge, at least to yourself, what it is that you're feeling. Once you have done that, it is easier to find ways to cope with the experience that works best for you. If you do not have a clear sense of what you want to do, try talking or even acting out a possible conversation with someone you trust. Take the conversation as far as you can, and then let yourself sit with your feelings about that scenario. Then imagine the opposite. What would happen if you said nothing? How would that look and feel to you? And after you have imagined several different scenarios, you'll probably have an idea of what you feel most comfortable doing. Or, in some cases, not doing when it comes to that particular situation. Another suggestion is to remember that it may not be what it seems. And this can mean trying not to take the hurtful actions personally. Even when it seems that you are the intended victim, don't take it personally. One of the 4 agreements is don't take it personally. Daphne finally came to realize that the double betrayal by her husband and best friend was not her fault. And sure, There were things she could have done differently and ways she could have been both a better wife and a better friend. But as another friend pointed out, their behavior had much more to do with their inner demons than with her. It might seem to you that a friend intentionally hurt you when they were thinking about their own problems and not you. And of course, the lack of consideration of your needs could be hurtful in and of itself. And you do have to deal with that. But stepping back and looking at the bigger picture can also help. And turning to other friends can also be an invaluable way to help the injury heal and help you move on. But that right there, taking a step back and recognizing that the person that hurt you may really not have been trying to hurt you, but dealing with things within themselves. Oftentimes that can be a big pill to swallow. Because then you may create that story that says, so they didn't value me enough to consider what that might do to me. And if the response is anywhere along the lines of, but I was looking out for me and to make sure to protect you in the same breath, then it can be painted as being selfish and narcissistic. Well, self-absorbed and narcissistic. So there are very fine lines that you pretty much have to navigate and have to negotiate. But they're navigatable. It was an awful time, Daphne said. I wanted to withdraw from the world. Because she felt that her children needed extra attention from her during the separation and divorce, she focused all of her attention on them. As a working mother, that meant she had little time to spare for herself and less for her friends. But my friends wouldn't let me bury myself in my work and my kids, she said. They arranged activities, they would organize a movie day for all the kids and the moms and would insist that I come. And then afterwards, a couple of them would take the kids for pizza and others would take me back to someone's home for a glass of wine. They knew I wouldn't come if they'd just asked me. But it isn't really exactly what I need. I'm so lucky to have friends like that. And there are times when we need to step back and allow our friends to step in and do what friends do. Sometimes we need to just accept it. Sometimes we just need to just let go. Because we can't hold on to everything for ourselves. We can't hold on to and try to fix everything ourselves. That's why we are in a community. That's why we live. We're social beings. We need each other. We can't just go solo, go all Rambo on them and just, yeah, I am my own hero. Again, it's all about recognizing loyalty. There's a Batman has a Robin. Everybody has that sidekick, that loyal person in their corner that walks with, at times walks ahead of, and sometimes is behind to push. And those are people that we need to have in our lives. Not want. We need. And as we go into the weekend, I want us to think about those things. I want us to think about where our loyalty lays. We want to think about what loyalty is, and if we are able to and open to receive loyalty, so that we can be better able to give loyalty. This is Tenille, track called Man You're Beautiful.
Smile like the stars that brightens up the night. Hand in my hand, hold me tight. Eyes so deep, like the ocean so mysterious. Boy, you make me feel so damn delirious. 'Cause you're so beautiful, flaws and all. You make every obstacle seem so small. You bring joy and laughter, could we live happy ever after? What else can I say? Then man, you're beautiful. You make the sun come up on a rainy day. You're like the hurricane that blows my cares away. You keep me guessing with every move you make. Everything about you makes my heart quake. 'Cause you're so beautiful, flaws and all. You make every obstacle seem so small. You bring joy and laughter, could we live happy ever after? What else can I say? And man, you're beautiful. Oh, 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 oh. What else can I say? And man, you're beautiful. Oh, 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 oh. What else can I say? A kaleidoscope of color. You are every force of nature, and you got me under your spell. Just like gravity, you pull me and can't get away. But I don't wanna be with nobody else. Oh. 'Cause you're so beautiful, flaws and all. You make every obstacle seem so small. You bring joy and laughter, could we live happy ever after? What else can I say? Then man, you're beautiful. What else can I say?
What else can I say? You're beautiful. I want to say thanks to GMAT Music Solutions for sponsoring this segment of the musical therapy. GMAT Music Solutions providing stage production services, musical equipment, audio engineers, DJs, bands, musicians, singers. Give them a call, 754-307-GMAC, or jump online. Check them out at gmatmusicsolutions.com. When you call them, remember, mention my name. Tell them you heard about them on the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew, yeah? Cool. This is the sound of China Nicole from the Queens in the Arena compilation. It's called Amazing.
I I can never let you go. Don't you know that you bring out the best in me, and it shows. You light up the fire in me, baby, yes you do. And I think of creative ways, and I like to please you. And then so many more. Your love is amazing. Your love is so amazing. Your love is amazing. Your love is so amazing. Your love is amazing. Just like the stars, love the way you are. Don't have to change, don't add anything. Your love is so amazing. Like a cherry, it's sweet to the mouth, and it's sweet to the belly. It's sweet to the mouth, and it's sweet to the belly. It's sweet to the mouth, and it's sweet to the belly. It's sweet to the mouth, it's sweet to the belly. I can never let you go. Don't you know that you bring out the best in me, and it shows. You light up the fire in me, baby, yes you do. And I think of creative ways, and I like to please you. And then so many more. Your love is amazing. Your love is so amazing. Your love is amazing. Your love is so amazing.
I wake up in the morning, see the sun, and I'm so thankful. I had it just to see another day, and I'm so grateful. Never take life for granted, that's a no.
This is Nadine Sutherland.
Living your life to the fullest, yes, spread.
It takes one.
Takes one heart of love, one unity, one destiny, a sure love. One heart of love, one unity, one destiny. And I live with, and I'm so thankful I'm still awake. Somebody didn't make it, didn't see another day. 'Cause there's too much killing, violence, act like they don't. Know themselves what they gon' do, don't they know? It takes one heart of love, one unity, one destiny. Assumes love. One heart of love, one unity, one destiny. One heart of love. Tough like a diamond, strong like titanium. Tough like a diamond, knock me down, but I won't stay down. Tough like a diamond, strong like titanium. Knock me down, I get back on my feet. I'm strong like titanium. This is how I fight. This is how I fight. Flat footed on the ground, flat footed on the ground. Can't keep me down, no, can't keep me down. Back broad, stand tall, flat footed on the ground. Tough like a diamond, you know I'm strong like titanium. Tough like a diamond, knock me down, but I won't stay down. Tough like a diamond, strong like titanium. won't surrender. I'm not a quitter. No white flag in my sky. You never see me cry. No, never see me cry. My only cry is my battle cry. Like, oh, 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 yeah. Can't keep me down. No, can't keep me down. No, oh, oh, yeah. Can't keep me down. No, can't keep me down. Tough like a diamond, strong like titanium. Knock me down, but I won't stay down. Tough like a diamond, strong like titanium. Tough like a diamond. Knock me down, but I won't stay down.
This is Christina Alicia, track called Rise Up.
Every man will have a lesson, every man will have a turn to make his own decision and to practice what him learn. Check your heart and motive every day you walk this earth. Remember life is given, make a difference in this world. Awake from your slumber, awake, Israelite, recall your maker. Who gives to every man his portion? The choice is yours to move on forward. Rise up and try your road. Rise up, don't make nobody stop you now. Rise up, Zion's gates are yours. Zion, destiny is ours. Oh, rise up and try your road. Rise up, don't make nobody stop you now. Rise up, Zion's gates are yours. Zion, destiny is ours. A man not make excuses never gets to reach his fullness. And if you go bet your neighbor's mouth will grow a heart of bitterness. See beyond the naked eye, see what's really happening. Nothing new under the sun. Ecclesiastes said it. Awake from your slumber. Awake, Israelite, we call your maker. Who gives to every man his portion? The choice is yours to move on forward. Rise up and trudge your own. Rise up, don't make nobody stop you now. Rise up, Zion's gates are yours. Zion, destiny is ours. So rise up and trudge your own. Rise up, don't make nobody stop you now. Rise up, Zion's gates are yours. Zion, destiny is ours. Every man will have a lesson, every man will have a turn to make his own decision and to practice what to learn. Check your heart and motives every day you walk this earth. Remember life is given, make a difference in this world. Awake from your slumber, awake, Israelite, recall your maker. Who gives to every man his portion? The choice is yours to move on forward. Rise up and try your own. Rise up, don't make nobody stop you. Rise up, Zion's gates are yours. Zion, destiny is ours.
My baby tell me that he's leaving today. My baby told me that she's going away. Same bound for find the best.
This is Lila Ike.
That's out there. He said that
It's called Second Chance.
oh baby, please take me off for beg you just a second chance. Can we fall in love like we did before? Can I show you how much I adore you, babe? Come make me go fall in love. Know you love the silence, especially the robot dog. Can we fall in love like we did before?
This is on Morgan Heritage. One life to live. It's so hard, but we have to try. The son of Hezron, track called One Time Gone.
Hey, look, me put down your gangster ways. Take up the Bible, put down the hard ways. Call for Rasta and pagan ways. Out of nowhere, this boy misbehave. See me and me woman and a passing place. Lord of mercy, come take this case. Every time you come here, leave in a haste. And what you did there before me change my name. As if I did one time God. He wouldn't be so pretty at all. He wouldn't be so pretty at all. Lord of mercy, one time God. He wouldn't be so pretty at all. He wouldn't be so pretty at all. Tell them to leave her alone, oh boy. Tell them to trouble me now, no. Tell them to not trouble me now, no. Tell them to not trouble me now, no. Tell them to not. Cause if I did one time go, he wouldn't be so pretty at all. He wouldn't be so pretty at all. Lord of mercy, one time go, he wouldn't be so pretty at all. He wouldn't be so pretty at all. Lord, oh Lord. Start to be humble.
little jerking on the mix, nobody style it up. Everybody want put them hand in the pot, but only one sound can make the dance hot. Tell the DJ roll it, pull up the rhythm and roll with it. Tell the DJ roll it, pull up the rhythm and roll with it. Yeah, come with your dance, name it what you want. Pepper sauce, dumpling, shot the coconut. Everybody want put them hand in the pot, but only one sound can make the dance hot. Tell the DJ roll it, pull up the rhythm and roll with it. Tell the DJ roll it, pull up the rhythm and roll with it. Oh, oh. DJ coming again, DJ coming again. Season it, pull it up, tell the DJ nice it up. Give me like a jerky, not a mix, nobody spoil it up. Everybody want put them hand in the pot, but only one sound can make the dance hot. Tell the DJ roll it, pull up the rhythm and roll with it. Tell the DJ roll it, pull up the rhythm and roll with it. Yeah, come with your dance, name it what you want. Pepper sauce, dumpling, shot the coconut. Everybody want put them hand in the pot, but only one sound can make the dance hot. Tell the DJ roll it, pull up the rhythm and roll with it. Tell the DJ roll it. Silence no work no more. Where are the leaders that guided us before? Who is going to open the door? Without them it seems like our future is not secure. Evil wins when goodness is.
This is the sound of Christina Alicia. Giving you a little bit of a double play there.
Rise up again, freedom fighter. Freedom fighter. Freedom fighter.
That was Roll It. This is Freedom Fighters.
Silence no work no more. Where are the leaders that guided us before? Yo, this is Christina Listen. I want to big up DJ Kevin Stew. Yo, always playing the best. So make sure you tune in. Make sure you always stay current with DJ Kevin Stew. Enough love. Freedom fighters. Where are the freedom fighters?
We are the change people.
Silence no work no more. Where are the leaders that guided us before? Who is going to open the door? Without them it seems like our future is not.
Much respect, Marlon. This is how I bounce on out for tonight and for this week.
Rise up again, freedom fighter. Freedom fighter. Freedom fighter.
I want to remind you to look out for members of your community. Your community is not just the development that you live in, but it spreads far and wide. So those people that you pass along the way, whether you walk, ride or drive, on the bus, on the plane, on the boat or the train, these people are all members of your community. They are all your neighbors. So look out for one of them today, because you never know who's going to look out for you tomorrow. And with all that is happening coming into the weekend, whatever it is that you'll be doing, if you're going to go to Unifest, go see Hezi and the crew, whatever it is you're going to do, be good. And if you can't be good, go ahead and be good at it. My name is DJ Kevin Stew. And I want to remind you, Sir Rockwell comes your way tomorrow morning at 7 for the Super Thursday show. The Friday Eve with Destiny. You don't want to miss it. Sir Rockwell and Destiny and the Shenanigans.
Who is going to open the door? Without them it seems like our future is not secure.
I still have a few minutes, don't I?
Action is what we need. Rise up again. Freedom fight.
since I'm going to be going to bed,
Freedom fighters, where are you?
I may as well roll out in style.
Freedom fighters, where are you? Freedom fighters.
I'll be back on Monday, right after Marlon on the Real Rockers show, 10 to midnight, right here, kevinstew.com. Call a friend, tell a friend. It's Community and Finance Night. On Tuesday, Healthy Love. On Wednesday, we do Real Talk all over again. Y'all take care until later on, yeah? I'm gonna bounce out as I prepare for bed. Just like this. One more hezzy for you. Hezron will be at Unifest this weekend in Fort Lauderdale. This is Take Your Clothes Off. Doesn't mean that you should go to Unifest and take your clothes off now, ladies. Behave yourselves. As best you can, that is.
Listen to my argument. Hey, I could have write you letters, that wouldn't do it. Sex on the phone, still wouldn't cut it. I'd rather have you here on the one-on-one. Girl, I'm tired of waiting for so long. Hurry up, baby, come on. Yeah, all this feeling is sizzling, and I'm dying for you to get here to tell ya. Take your clothes off, baby, just take your clothes and turn the lights down. Baby, just turn the lights down. And let me close the door. 'Cause tonight, babe, I'm gonna take you places you've never been before. Scabba-dibby-o, scabba-dabba, and if you love this, I wanna ball forward. Scabba-dibby-o, scabba-dabba, I know you're at the sexy lady scream. Hey, scabba-dibby-o, scabba-dabba, well if you love it, then I say go, hezzy, go, hezzy, go. Listen to my argument, hey, babe, I got it all sorted out. The SOP and a C, got the Remy and Bacardi, and plus me don't get the thing from the bunker man delivery already. Boy, baby, tonight it's gonna be great.
Consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulsemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.